Beautiful lesson, King. As always, all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Gonna bring out some news for the last 2 weeks. Obviously, we held a unity camp last week. You know, it was mighty. Check it out. Right, so where were we? Right, there's a lot been going on. Literally, there's a lot been going on. Basically, there was a storm in Istanbul. This is in the last 2 weeks now, yeah? There was a storm in Istanbul, Turkey. Like really bad winds, like blowing off roofs of houses and that. Barra storm, that's what it's called. Barra storm in Ireland. Hit Ireland. Left loads of people without electricity. So in Ireland they got a storm now. What's it? Yeah, there's a snowstorm that hit in Navarra, Spain, and Gothenburg, Sweden. So and another place in Venezuela, Puglia, Italy, yeah, and Cadanchu, Spain. Leaving like in Spain, they're leaving loads of cars like all snowed in and that. So yeah, that's all the storms around literally everywhere.
The Romans and the Spaniards.
There was more as well. There was more still.
I know there's some in England as well. There's some places where they were snowed in.
Yeah, I heard of that. Yeah, I heard of that.
But wasn't it snowing
Scotland, there was Scotland as well.
Scotland.
I heard of that.
Yeah, but it snows in England, that's alright.
Yeah.
It's snowing in Hawaii, bro.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And Spain. Like certain parts of Spain. Spain's like lower.
You can get snow in France and
higher France.
But
like near the Alps.
It's snowing in Hawaii, bro.
Yeah, that's what
I've
I'm saying.
never heard about the Hawaiians getting snow, bro.
Yeah.
I think wasn't it snowing in South Africa like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
That was as well. Yeah, and it's like it's not just a little bit; it's a lot as well. Like it's like it's a proper like you know what I mean, like it's normal.
4 foot.
But, yeah.
I was looking at it, I'm like, where did they get winter jackets from? That's Oxfam, isn't it? Somebody said, yeah, now we can put on our winter jackets. You know what I mean? They had the winter jackets for years. So when are we going to wear these, man? The most silent said, yeah, you got them, man.
Yeah, man.
Got the presets on the hailstorm from storm.
I got one, yeah, but I was going to go into the floods as well.
Right,
so it's both sort of thing. You get me? So yeah, a violent hurricane as well in Indonesia, Parakan, destroying many homes and that, and flipping ripped off a roof of a church as well. So all praises.
All praises.
Yeah, there was heavy floods in heavy floods in Kasab, Oman. Like heavy rain caused mountains to create waterfalls and landslides. So imagine that. Like the rain was so powerful, it started making the mountains look like a waterfall. You know what I'm saying? And mudslides and all that. So yeah, flooding as well in flooding in Western. Baba Kushar, if you want to get me Wisdom of Solomon 5:22, Baba Kushar. Yeah, there's flooding in Western Cape, South Africa, and in Rondonia, Brazil, and in Lombok, Indonesia, and in Merapi, Indonesia, and in Honolulu, Hawaii as well. Like the brother you were saying, yeah, a storm as well in Hawaii. So yeah, that's all the different places with the storms. Wanna bring that out?
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 22. And hailstones full of wrath, and shall be cast as out of a strong bow, as a stone bow, and the waters of the sea shall rage against them, and the floods shall cruelly drown them.
Verse 23 as well.
Verse 23. Yea, a mighty wind shall stand up against them, and like a storm shall blow them away.
Yeah, Salakia. So yeah, these storms ain't normal storms. Some of these places that are actually getting these storms, it's well out of the ordinary for them. You know, so like they don't know how to deal with it. You know, so it's only the Most High that's creating this. Go carry on, brother.
Thus iniquity shall lay waste the whole earth, and ill dealings shall overthrow the throne of the mighty.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. These things now, it's happening, man. All over the world, it's starting to just get more and more intense.
Bring it out!
Like even now, like the last couple of weeks, it's getting even worse. Like with the whole wars and all that. Like I'm about to get into as well. All the countries are getting. Yeah, it's like the Most High is literally stirring up the spirits.
That's right.
Like he said, you know, in the Sirach about the angels, he created spirit. These same spirits are jumping on the Esau's and the Ishmaels and all them in the higher places, and that's what's happening, man.
That's right.
So that's why now all these you know countries and that, they don't know what to do. And it's only going to get worse. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, can't. It's going to get worse, man. Yeah. So, yeah, brothers and sisters need to repent. And they need to come back to the law, statutes and commandments. Because nothing can save you in that day. When all hell starts breaking loose, you ain't going to be able... I see another thing, Salakia, quickly. Another thing they were posting on, I don't know, I think it was Twitter or something, in America, in New York, they're saying, take this alternative number because 911 is not going to be available. So, you know what I mean? They're even getting people geared up for that now. So when it all hell breaks loose, you can't be calling up the police and that, because they ain't gonna, the phone lines ain't even going to be on. Not like that. So, yeah. That's in America. That's going to be happening here soon too as well. Like, you know, you won't be able to call 999. Is that what it is still? Yeah. 999. Yeah, you won't be able to call it.
I said it's not what it is still. I was been looking after her, so
yeah, man. I don't even know. Number, yeah, like brother said, there's another number. Was it 111? There you go. There you go. Yeah. And I think in America they done 112 as well, and you know it's deep.
I think in Jamaica, what's Jamaica's 119.
Yeah, see. And look, do you know how deep that is? 911 and 119. That was all the 9/11, innit? You know what I mean? They knew that. They had that plan from a long time still. But you know, it's all man's goings are of the Lord.
And then we got 999.
Yeah, I know.
Turn that round in this 666.
There you go, the beast. That's it. You got something?
Oh yeah, well, this is talking about the people in a minute. This is Second Ezra chapter
Go, bring it out.
Yeah. Second Ezra chapter 16 and verse 46.
Hold back, man. Let it go.
For strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take their children captives. For in captivity and famine they shall get children, and they that occupy the merchandise with robbery, the more they take their cities, the houses, their possessions, and their own persons, the more will I be angry with them for their sins, saith Yahweh.
So you know what that's saying, innit? The more they build up this wicked kingdom, even like everywhere, all over, they're building up. Everywhere you go now, I bet you see a building site where they're building more of these towers. The more they do that, the more angry the Most High is getting. You get what I'm saying? So they like it we brought out earlier, was it Isaiah 49, where it says their inward thoughts is that their Psalms, Salakia. Yeah, so it's like they think that their kingdom will last forever, you know, and for generations and generations. But this is all going to be to naught. This is all vain.
Have a good one.
Go on, bring it out, King.
So, 2nd Ezra 15:14. Woe to the world and to them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, and there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
That's it. That's beautiful, because that's what's happening. There's many riots and there's many uproars and protests around the world now, mainly because of this poison. But eventually it's going to be for the truth. You know, there's going to be, you know, people are going to get put, like the saints, Lord willing, Yahweh Ratazah, we are one of them. They're going to get persecuted for being righteous, for speaking upright. You know, woe, like you said again, woe unto them that call good evil and evil good. Do you see what I'm saying? Because, you know, the simplest things like, you know, preaching the law about, you know, homosexuality. Most of these people in this system, they don't see that. Do you know what I'm saying? They'll be against us talking out for it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like loving your own, not going to other nations. You know, these other heathens, they do that themselves. Why can't we do it? You know, when you grew up, you knew that Somalians always with Somalians. You know, Indians are always with Indians. You get me? An Indian bring home a Paki, that Indian's getting, you know what I mean, disowned. But when we talk about it, it's, oh, you're racist, oh, you're this, you're that. Because like we said, when we speak out, like we're the poor men here, we're speaking out for righteousness. So they're not going to hear us. So when they hear us, yeah, we get persecuted for it. But then when the rich man tells you, yeah, it's all right to do this, and they start marrying gays in churches, it's okay. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a joke. Yeah, bring that out.
This is Isaiah 59 and verse 20. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgressions in Jacob, saith Yahweh. As for me, this is my covenant with them, saith Yahweh. My spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth, shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of the seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, saith Yahweh, from henceforth and forevermore.
That's what we're meant to be doing. We're meant to be teaching our children to keep the laws the same way, so that when we speak out upright for this wickedness, so will they. You know, they will be bringing it out same way.
Yeah, and what you were saying is that, yeah, like we need to advocate for righteousness. The same way that these people were advocating for their thing, all right? That's not the part out of their mouth, all right? They're keeping their families in order, right? So why have we got to now get the damn jungle fever, all right? And that get out the sunken and be in the sunken places, man. All right, we need to get out and thus save the film. Thus save the Deuteronomy chapter 7, man. All right. All right. Let me read another one. This is 2nd Ezra, 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 7. For there shall be in every place and in the next city a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh, Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushai. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen. And they shall be tried as gold is tried in the fire. Alright, so I was meant to bring this out earlier on, but we didn't really touch on it. Alright, because it says, then you shall know who are his chosen, and they shall be tried. This is Zechariah chapter 13 and 9.
Bring it out.
And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh is my power. I'm man of Allah.
Ah,
Man of
beautiful.
Allah.
Yeah, and that's what's gonna happen, isn't it? When everything starts hitting the fan, they're gonna start coming and persecuting the one. They're gonna be looking for the brothers with the fringes and the beards. Do you see what I'm saying? Because we're the ones that are going against this system. They're gonna turn it all around and they're gonna make it so like they did a few weeks ago when I was saying when we had a brother run over a couple Edomites in America, and then they start saying it was a Hebrew.
You're saying, brother, our brothers keep the commandments.
Oh, yeah, calm. Salakia.
It's not our brother.
Yeah, you know. That was a worldly brother, you know what I'm saying? When you say brother, you know, calm. Yeah, Salakia, Israel.
Not affiliated with you.
Yeah, no, he don't keep no commandments. You know, you're not going to see an Israelite in fringes keeping the commandments doing such things. You get what I'm saying? So, but they put the label on him to kind of put it. Yeah, so to what's it? Damage our character, basically, our image and what we stand for. Because we would, you know, just by keeping the commandments, you wouldn't do such a thing. Like already, that thou shalt not kill. Like my man run over a couple man and killed a couple. We know he ain't keeping no commandments just from that. Yeah, you can't.
This is John chapter 15 and verse 18. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would have loved his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, wherefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than the master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also.
That's it. So you go. The world's gonna hate people that speak up for uprightness, you know. But then they'll love to hear a pastor tell you that you can eat pork or something like that. You know what I mean? And marry same sex and all that. You know. So yeah, we're against all of that still. You know, the Bible says otherwise. You got another one?
Yeah, John 16 and 1. These things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended. They shall put you out of the synagogues. The time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth power service. And these things will they do unto you, because they have not known the Father nor me. There's gonna be people that think they're doing the will of the Most High. They're killing the Antichrist. They're gonna call us a cult. We need to eradicate these guys. They ain't taking the damn poison. All right, so they're affecting the world because they don't want to take the poison.
We're against the world.
All right, but we're not of this world. We're not for this world. So they're gonna try and advocate to kill us, man. But we're not gonna care about that because we have to put on the righteous garment, in high wickedness and high places, innit? Put on the armor of defense, the spiritual defense.
And the helmet of salvation.
Helmet of salvation.
That's it. What's it? Just like you was saying there though, there's a couple films that bring out all that stuff as well. Like Children of Men and Equilibrium. Those films, it's like
Minority Report.
That's it. There's always like an underground that don't want to
Total Recall.
Conform to the Total Recall, the old one as well, and the new one.
Yeah.
They don't want to conform to the system, so they cast them out.
Yeah.
They're called outlaws and whatever they call it. So
Divergence.
Divergent, yeah.
And then there's the other one, the Hunger Games.
Yeah, Hunger Games.
And then there's the other one.
See, all these films, they're symbolic. They're symbolic. They know that this is all about. Any film you see is about the Bible. Straight up.
Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
Judge Dredd. Remember they had the underground guys. There's so many, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And
so,
then wait, the Matrix, man.
yeah, the Matrix.
They had Zion.
And they got a new one coming out.
Remember they had Zion and they had the
yeah.
agents.
Yeah.
And they had to unplug and come out of the system.
That's the main film really when you think about it. Still, but they got a new one coming out called
And Neo, if you turn them words around, it means one. So that's like trying to be like your Howard Shine to come and save you.
Go
around. Esau, man.
Yeah, man.
You can see we're doing something.
Yeah, come on, man. I got that still. Yeah, go on, bring your precepts down, man.
Take a step.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 32. The wicked watch the righteous and seek to slay him.
What?
The wicked watch the righteous and seek to slay him.
Wow.
Yahweh will leave. Yahweh will not leave him in his hands, nor condemn him when he is judged. Wait on Yahweh.
What?
Wait on Yahweh
Can't.
and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. Then the wicked are, when the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it.
Thou shalt see it.
That's
man.
it,
And
man.
that's what it says in the Sirach as well, right? When it says the 10 things that will make you happy, and the second one is to see the destruction of our enemies.
Yeah,
man.
uh-huh.
I've got Sirach 25 and 7. Do you want to read it? Yeah, man. It says we're gonna and Baruch says we're gonna step on his neck.
And that's what we need to do. We need to have patience, man. Because, you know, though it tarry, it will not tarry, you know?
Wait for it,
Yeah, wait for it. That's what we've been doing all along. We've just been patiently waiting, you know? Because we want this to finish as soon as possible, man. The more this goes on, the more wickedness there is. Do you get me?
Maybe I could say,
Go on.
Psalms chapter 27 and verse 1. Yahweh is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? Yahweh is my strength of my life, whom shall I of my life, of who shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even mine enemy and my foes, came upon me to eat my flesh, they stumbled and fell.
That's it. God. Yeah, that's what happens. You keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. The angels encamp around those that fear him. So, you know, even that other precept as well. What's it? If a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. So, you know, that's how we got to be. We got to be patient. We got to keep our head down in the scriptures. Try and wake up Israel. And that's, you know. Got another one?
Yeah, this is this is Psalms chapter 3 and verse 6. Psalms chapter 3 and verse 6. I will not be afraid of 10,000 of 10,000 of people that have set themselves against me round about. Arise, O Yahweh, save me, my power, for thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheekbone, and has broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongeth unto Yahweh. Thy blessing is upon thy people. Selah.
No army's gonna save you, no government's gonna save you, only Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
And imagine Yahweh breaking his cheekbone. Bam!
It was like
Crack his whole jaw.
bringing out. It was like what he was bringing out. With the insurrection against the people. You know, like your armies are gonna be fighting against each other. So how they gonna protect? How they gonna protect you? They're fighting amongst themselves.
You know, the thing is, what you got to realize is all these people in these armies are children. They're men. They're children of men. They're flesh. So you know, when things start really getting peak, they're gonna fear as well. Do you know what I mean? So then they might start doing irrational things. You know, and these lot are the ones that are meant to be on the front line doing it all. You get what I'm saying?
Sirach chapter 12 and verse 11. Though he humbled himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. So imagine wiping a looking glass, breaking that like a glass straw. Bam. Alright, you're gonna see his rust and just wipe the glass. Like what? Bam. One side just breaks his cheekbone.
That's it.
That's crazy. Now when you go to the precepts, like, it just paints a picture of wicked here.
Hey, what's he doing?
Precept.
Well,
Psalms chapter 10 and verse 10. He crouches and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. He has said in his heart, power have forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. So it's like brother said, the wicked's gonna, like, they're crouching down, they're humbling, and they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna quickly get the poor. Most ain't gonna see it because of, you know, they think that they're
Wicked hideth his face.
yeah, the wicked have it like he ain't gonna get caught.
yeah, I know.
You know?
Yeah.
Like he ain't gonna get caught. So that's what they do. They humble themselves down. Yeah.
Psalms 118 and verse 6. Yahweh is on my side. Yahweh is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do unto me?
That's it.
Yahweh taketh my part with them that help me. Therefore shall I see my desire upon them that hate me.
That's
That's
right.
like it says, man. We're gonna go to tread upon them next, man. All right, we're going over to break their cheekbones, and we teach of our fingers to fight, man.
That's
You
it.
just
And
bring
see them get destroyed. Same way. You get it?
Verse 8, Psalms 118, verse 8. It is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in man.
That's
It is better to trust in Yahweh than to put confidence in princes.
That's it. And you know, we know these princes are these leaders of the world, innit? So, you know, you start trying to lean on what the government's saying and this, that and the other. Woe unto you, man. Serious. Your only salvation is Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua and these
right.
scriptures.
That's
That's
right.
our comforter.
That's right.
You know, nothing else is going to save you out here. Go on, bring that out, King.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the
it.
10th will I utter with my tongue. A man that have joy in his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies.
Go.
Baruch,
Go on, bring it out.
Baruch chapter 4 and verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is to come upon you from power. Thine enemies have pursued thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck.
We've been patiently waiting. I mean, how long has this been going on now? You know, how long have we been at the bottom? How long has Esau been ruling in wickedness? For a very long time, and it's that time now where we're patiently waiting. You know, the Most High is giving us what we can bear. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't give us more than what we can handle, and that's what we're doing. We're just patiently waiting now. You know, I've just thought about it earlier. 2 weeks. Yeah. Calm. Yeah, no, I was thinking like, obviously in 2 weeks' time it's that pagan day, innit? We're gonna be out here rebuking, and you know what I'm saying, like there's gonna be loads of spirits out. So brothers need to be in the scriptures even more in these sort of times, you know? Because the demons are out, man. And then this is again what we're saying about woe unto them that call good evil and evil good. We're telling them, look, that's pagan. We need to put that down. We need to burn Christmas trees. You say that to the average person, man, and they'll get all wild on you, literally. Do you know what I mean?
That's right.
So it's like, you know, our brothers and sisters need to be strong with that as well, you know, because these are the sort of times that you'll have, you know, your family members and stuff like that trying to reach out to you, talking about, you know, Sinmas and New Year and all that. Do you get what I'm saying? But we don't deal with none of that. And we'll go to the scriptures and show that we don't deal with none of that. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai didn't deal with any of that. So why are you dealing with it? You get what I mean? These so-called, well not so-called, these Christians, they believe that they follow the word and the truth, and they talk about birthdays, and it's all madness. Serious madness.
And are you coming around for Christmas dinner?
Yeah, man, madness. Yeah, no, we're not, man. Still, you know what I mean? Should throw it all in the bin straight up, because that's cursed. You know what I mean? That's a cursed thing. Even like presents and stuff like, it's all a curse. You don't want no present from no one. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can give anyone a present any day. Why does it have to be on some pagan ass day? You get what I'm saying? Plus us in the truth, we got Purim. That's the day when we give gifts one to another. You get what I'm saying? Go on, bring that, King.
I got a quick switch to just what you said. Corinthians chapter 1 and verse 27.
Bring it out.
But power have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And power has chosen the weak thing of the world to confound the things which are mighty. And base things of this world and things which are despised have power chosen, ye, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are, that no flesh should glory in his presence. That's saying, look, he brought the deceiver, man, to bring us into our captivity. Remember, he made the foolish things, the basis of men, to come rise up over us. Yes. Now they're bringing us the damn stupidity, the lustful, the damn sodomy, the paganism. They're bringing all their things to see if to try you, man. To try you like gold is trying, to see if you're going to give in. Right?
Some are foolish.
And remember, the Most High doesn't tempt you to do stupidness. The angels will put it in front of you, and you've got to make a choice, because man's going to of Yahweh. Man don't understand his own ways. So you'll be like, wow, did you choose wickedness or did you choose righteousness? Are you of this world or are you not of this world? Because that's why we're up here. We have to tell these people that, yo, you have to make a choice. And he's casting blocks out. So he knows who he wants, man. He's already seen this. He already knows. He knows from the end, to the beginning, to the end. He already knows what's going on. We're just playing it out. That's why we have to try ourselves to know in our hearts that we want to be that righteous one, to be in that future. And we don't know what's to come. Yahweh Shai don't even know what's to come. That's why we have to. Yahweh knows though. So we want to be in that election. So we're going to put ourselves in the right frame of mind. Go on, bro.
I was just looking for a preset, and he said
the confidence.
So like, go on, you got one.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 2 and verse 7. To them who by patience continuous in the well-doing, seeking of glory and honor and immortality, eternal life. But unto them that continuous and do not obey the truth.
But unto them that are contentious.
But unto them that are contentious.
And contentious means they like to always rebuttal, and it's not good enough for them. They always want to try and make an excuse, man. Right? Always coming up like, but what about? But nah. Just always having to find something to say. Contentious.
But unto them that are contentious and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness, indignation and wrath.
Indignation and wrath. Crazy. Right?
These people, man.
I know, they're just
crazy.
Bro, they're blind. Remember, they're zombies, bro. They're dry bones. Right? So they don't have it in them to know what to do. They're just going about day to day, just doing program, bro. Remember, they're in the matrix. They're in that, so we have to wake them up.
Yo, stop, go round.
And then it's like they get the binary code, the algorithms. It's nothing different. And you just go around.
When Ted says, I can see something, there's a glitch.
There's a glitch, like they get a glitch in the system. Like, oh shit. Go around, bro. man. What's it called? Free Guy. Remember that new film? Free Guy, where he's a glitch in the game.
Oh, I ain't seen
Yeah,
that.
man, it's mad. That's what I'm saying. It's coming out, man. It's coming out. Bring it.
What, you wanna bring out that one?
Second Corinthians chapter 1 and verse. We start at verse 2. Let's go for the one. Grace be to you and peace from power of our Father and from Yahushua HaMashiach are the one. That shows you that they're not one again. That's another precept to cut that. All Trinity. Blessed be power, even the Father of the one, Hamashiach Yahushua. The Father of mercies, the power of all comfort, whom comforteth us in all our tribulations, that we may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble by the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted of power. For as the suffering of a Mashiach abound, for the suffering of a Mashiach abound in us, so our consolation also abideth in Hamashiach, by Hamashiach. And whether we be afflicted, it is of our consolation and salvation, which is effectual in the enduring of the same suffering. So the endurance, enduring, keep going, which we also suffer. Oh, and we do, man. You guys throwing the damn feces behind us, alright? The damn women brain, the damn Edomite brain in our ears, alright? And this wicked society, man. Alright, we're suffering in this, man. Alright, we're mourning, we're crying, we're not laughing, man. Alright? Which we also suffer, or whether we be comforted, it is the consolation and salvation, and our hope is and verse 7, and our hope of you is steadfast, knowing that as you be partakers of the suffering, so shall ye be also of the consolation.
Yeah.
So that's why if you heard about King Agrippa, all right, he knew that he was getting cursed because he comes from the nation of Israel. All right, just because you're a king or you live in your best life or your riches, that doesn't mean you don't fall under the nation of Israel, under the curses, man. All right. That's why we need to be comforted by Yahushua. He's our comforter.
That's it.
He came to be a salvation upon Israel and died for our sin sacrifices.
That's it.
Right?
Bring that out. Okay. Yeah.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written for aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
So yeah, like we're saying, this is our comfort, the word, the scriptures, you know? This is the only comfort that we can get in this wicked kingdom. You know, there's nothing else that's going to comfort us more than knowing the truth, you know, the law, you know what I mean? So that's why we have to be patient, man. And this is what was written for us, for our learning. You get what I'm saying?
This is 1 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 5. For there is one power, one mediator between power and men, the man Hamashiach Yahushua.
That's it. Simple as. You know, that's the only way we can get salvation, through Yahushua. You get what I'm saying? So when we pray, when we fast, and it's all through Yahushua. Because remember, like in John 1:1, all things were made for him, and by him. You get it? Right, what's it? Yeah, there was a 7.2 magnitude earthquake in Peru as well. That was, I think, last week. still. That was just it. That's probably more actually.
No, apparently,
Go on.
I heard about that earthquake, and there's been several other earthquakes that have been going on across the world.
Okay.
I saw it on. I've got a news thing on my Snapchat. It
Yes.
tells me like where the earthquakes are. And they're saying there was one in Peru, but when there was one going off in Peru, another one was going off in Japan, I think.
Okay.
And then another one was going off somewhere else, and they
It's
was all
like
going off at
a
the same time.
it's like a
Yeah.
pebble. You drop
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
And it goes boom.
Yeah, do you know what they call that? They call that shock.
Chocolates.
Yeah, that's it. Shockwaves.
Yeah.
Even earthquakes do that too. You know, like so one goes off and they.
It sets up the other
Yeah,
one.
because it's all to
Ripple
yeah, it's all to do with like the tectonic plates and all that. You know, like he sort of like to say, but like he knows everything and he knows why the Most High is doing this. But yeah,
This is Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
Thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder
yes,
and with earthquakes
that's it.
and great noise, with storm and tempest
That's
and
it.
the flame of devouring fire.
That's
yeah.
the volcanoes.
Yeah.
The nuclear destruction.
Yeah.
to come. And the
Everything.
damn wildfires that are
Fires.
burning your place now.
Storms.
Whatever
that.
sort of fire you are.
Yeah.
It's all
That's it.
coming from Yahweh by
Yeah.
Coming from our
Rain,
coming from
storm,
a heavenly power
snow.
near Israel.
God, that's it. God, what's it? There was a volcano in Semeru in Indonesia. Yeah, killed 13 people and injured 50. Yeah, the smoke from it was crazy still. You know, like mad. It was crazy still when I think about it now. So it was worse than that one in La Palma, to be honest. But yeah,
Just getting heavier.
yeah, what's it? If you want, you can get me Psalms 104, 31, and 32. Yeah, but for sure.
Yeah, what you was gonna get? I'll find it.
Okay.
You was finding something? Yeah, try to find it. Let's visit some.
104 and 31. And 32.
Psalms 104, you said?
30, yeah, 104. Like it.
Psalms 104 from verse 31. The glory of Yahweh shall endure forever. Yahweh shall rejoice in his works. He looketh on the earth, and it trembleth. He toucheth the hills, and they smoke.
So you know he's rejoicing when he does these things.
Hey,
you
that's
know,
powerful.
he actually he gets pleasure out of doing this.
Hey, that's
You get what I'm saying? So yeah.
Sounds
104, 31.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 2 and verse 19.
Bring it out.
And I will show wonders in the heavens above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapors of smoke.
Yeah, and that's it. These vapors of smoke. Remember, the Most High takes a sweet savior. That's his offering, isn't it? You know, so he obviously must light the volcanic smoke the same way. You know, because volcanoes have been going off all over the world, man. Like that one in La Palma is still going right now. I've said it about nearly 2 months straight. It's still going. Like there's a live video, there's a live YouTube right now, still watching it burn. You know, it's been going on for flipping 100 hours. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, Jehovah's, like you said, man, he's not just wiggling his toes now and breathing hard. He's starting to slam down his fist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's got a short time.
Yeah, that's it, man. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse.
This is Songs of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
Who is like that? Who is that cometh out of the wilderness like pillars of smoke, perfumed with myrrh and frankincense, with all powders of the all the powders of the merchants.
So yeah, that's what I mean. Like I just said, we don't know. The Most High might like that. You know, that smell to us, that sulfate, that sulfite and all that, it'll kill us. That smoke. But you know that Yahweh, Yeah, man, he must like that, man, because these smoke clouds are just crazy, man. You know, they go up into the heavens, literally.
Yeah.
You know, flights have to get stopped because of it. You know what I mean? They can't fly through it. You get what I'm saying?
This is Psalms chapter 18 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Wait, I'll start here. Psalm chapter 18 and verse 7. The earth shook and trembled. The foundation also of the hills moved and were shaken, because he was wroth. He went up, they went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it.
And that sounds perfectly like volcanoes. You can't get a scripture better than volcanoes there. You know what I'm saying? Because the coal looks like coal burning, like when lava's going. It looks like coal burning. Sorry, the smoke comes out. Go on.
Remember when we said earlier about in the Psalms, how they bow down? The angels and Mount Sinai bows down.
Yes. Trembling.
Yeah. So this is Psalms 18 and 19 for our precept. He bowed, Psalms 18 and 9, he bowed the heavens also, and they came down. The darkness was under his feet, even the heavens bowed down.
That's it, man. And they tremble same way.
They tremble same way.
So you know when he rejoices when he does these things, the angels tremble at the same, and they rejoice too, innit? Because they know as well. They keep his commandments. All is the will of the Most High, innit? There is no free will. So even the angels know that. You get what I'm saying?
Heavens know.
Yes.
Everything knows, man.
Yes. Even the animals and that.
Oh,
Yes.
the insects know.
Yes.
The insects line up. The ants will line up. Go. The locusts will down flying in order.
In order, yeah. Yeah, bro, man. Yeah, man. What's it?
Even the birds have more order. They go in a
triangle. Have you seen that?
Formation.
Yeah, I've seen them. They go in a triangle. They actually fly like that.
Formation.
The ducks that just flew over, they were in formation.
Yeah, that's why I said it. I just saw them.
Yes.
I saw them. The birds in
Man,
order.
there's order to this thing, isn't it? You know what I'm saying?
First Corinthians
11.
14 and 14.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 14. Let all things be done decently and in order.
There you go. And the angels know that. The man knows that. You know that the beasts know that. The creepy crawlies know that. The fowls know that. We all know that, except these heathens. You know, they want to tell you that everything's backwards. Like who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie? It was these lot, man, not just Esau, all these heathens. Any that's had, you know, from the Babylonians up to the Romans nowadays, they all have. You know, what nation have not had of her spoils? You know? So yeah, man. What's it? There's another stone. No, I've said that one already. The Himalayas mountain had a massive avalanche as well. That's a massive mountain. That's one of the biggest, isn't it? I don't think it's the biggest, but one of the biggest. Yeah, had a massive avalanche. You know, and I can't find it. I saw it, but I went looking for it again. I couldn't find it. It doesn't say where it is, but someone filmed. They were on a ship filming the sun, and it had a solar eclipse where the sun lit, the moon went in front of the sun, and it literally like darkened the whole.
I got that on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show.
Where was it though?
It was in I think it was Portugal.
Yeah, Portugal. Solar eclipse.
I'm gonna show it.
Literally peak. So yeah, man. Things are happening now still, you know. It turned day into night for a few minutes.
Yeah, I'll get the account.
Yeah,
I got the account on my phone.
Yeah, that's it. I saw it, man. I went to try and find it again. I couldn't.
I screenshotted it, man. I'm
yeah,
like, wow, that's
madness.
It's happened before though.
Yeah, when I was young, when I was like, I don't know, probably like 10 to 12, something like that. I remember that day. That it was normal like this, and then it just went dark for a few minutes. I didn't see it though. You know, like this is actually seeing it happen. Like it made the sun go like a crescent, like the moon.
Yeah, I saw that one. The one you're talking about, I saw that one.
Yeah, mad. And they, you know, Esau tries to say that
sometimes
it happen every 5
sometimes you get
years and all this rubbish.
Sometimes you get it when planes do that. Yeah. When planes go in front of the sun.
But yeah, it happens when the Most High wants it to happen. That's when it happens. You get it?
Solar eclipse in Portugal, man. Look at that.
Solar eclipse going on.
That looks like. That looks. Yeah, bro. Give me that. Show signs and wonders in the heavens. That's a Joel, yeah. Show signs and wonders. Same piece of
This is the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 30.
Bring it out.
And I will show signs and wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillars of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness.
The sun shall be turned into darkness.
And the moon into blood.
And the moon?
And the moon into blood.
So that's eclipse and blood moons, man.
And that's been happening.
Before the great and terrible day of Yahweh come.
Before the great and terrible.
So yes, I need to get. Can you get me that Isaiah? It's in Isaiah. Before these things come forth, I show you.
Yeah.
It's 42, is it?
42 and 9.
Yeah, there you go. 42 and 9, Isaiah. I'm sure.
This is the book of Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 9. Behold, the former things come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
Yeah. This has been told thousands of years ago. They're telling us that these things will happen in the last days. So how can we not be in the last days? Do you understand? Go on, bring it out.
Sing unto Yahweh a new song, and his praise from the end of the earth, ye that go down to the sea, and all that is therein, the isles and the inhabitants thereof.
That's it.
So that's what's happened to us. We've gone up to the seas and to the isles, man. We're meant to sing this new song. We're meant to sing this song like, yo. Let me
cry it aloud, didn't it?
Let me get this. Let me get.
That's what we're supposed to do.
Let me get what this song is going to be sung. Well, this is the whole Bible is going to be sung, right? But I'll just get a quick scripture. This is Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that it shall be no more said, Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt, but Yahweh liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands of where he hath driven them, and I will bring them again into their land, and that I gave unto their fathers.
Beautiful. That's what I'm saying.
It's a beautiful song, man.
Can you get me 11 and 17 Matthew? Go on, bring that out.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 12 and verse 10. For the sun and for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine.
Wow.
There you go.
Is that a piece for the Joel? Wow, that's beautiful. Is that written next to Joel?
Yeah, it's written next to it. But in the Joel, it's not written next to it, so you have to write it. It's written next to the Isaiah.
So I mean, how you use it?
Go on, touch on it. Yeah, go on, touch on it. Yeah. Basically, go on, just touch it.
So basically what the brother was saying about the eclipse that was happening, like the Most High is telling us that
it's going to be utter darkness. And when there's utter darkness, you can't see nothing.
Yeah.
But the beast of the field, they have the adaptation to to see in the nocturnal, can see in the dark.
That's it.
So when the Most High says in them days He's going to let the beast of the fields have their way with the wicked, that's what's going to happen. That's why brother was saying like when the fire will come. Isaiah chapter 12 verse 10. Yeah, that's why when brother brought out earlier about like the Leviathan and Behemoth and the creatures that were made that are new upon the earth. In them days, 13 and 10. In them days, that's when that's gonna be dreadful for like the sinners and the wicked, because of it's gonna be utter darkness. You ain't even gonna have the stars to give light for you.
And the thing is, it's spiritual as well, because we are the children of the light. So we dwell in light. This is our light.
This is our light.
Yeah,
our
but
light
then when it goes, these lot dwell in darkness. So when the actual darkness comes, they won't know what to do, because we're gonna be that light in the darkness. Lord willing, Yahweh willing.
He says we were a light unto the Gentiles.
There you go.
In
in
Isaiah 49, isn't it? Isaiah 49 and 5. Look, and Yahweh Shai says, "Let your light so shine upon all men." Matthew chapter 5 and 16. So yeah, man, you're right, bro. We're gonna be lights. We're gonna be a light, and we're gonna shine. We're gonna be, like I said, we're gonna get the food. We're gonna get the water, Most High willing. You know what I mean? And we're gonna be like looking well. They're gonna be getting skinny and anorexic. Like, wait. They're gonna be eating their own arms and eating their children, bro. They're like, why are these guys so friends? Why have their children with them? Like, what's going on over there? You know what I mean? Then you shall know who you've chosen now, man. Alright? Spiritual power is gonna start seeping onto us, man. Alright? We have to hold them back. And if we get tried, you know what I mean? The more we don't see it in the carnal ways as man see it. We've been tried, and our spirit will be go into Abraham's bosom. You know what I mean? Most High willing. We're not like the rich man that's, you know what I mean? Not shut. But we want to be tried. We want to be tried, and you know what I mean? I'll say it, man. We're going to have to go and get the judgment.
So, it says it in the preacher that He's going to bring all works into fruition, the good and the bad. So
whether it be good or evil. And like you were saying earlier as well, which is a brilliant point, is that, you know, when that time happens and the saints and the elect are eating and drinking and that, and when these heathens or whoever's ungodly and ain't, when they go to it, it's gonna close up, like the tap's gonna stop. That makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Because obviously, Yahweh did that for Moses in the wilderness and for the people, Yeah, so it's like, He's only gonna do it again for His people,
Yeah,
His hands stretched out still.
I think I'm gonna touch on this. I'm gonna touch on this maybe in a lesson, but I'm gonna bring it up quickly, just a little preview of what we're gonna go into. Israel. If you're the ones that are diligent out there watching the videos from the start to the finish, This is Matthew chapter 25, and our verse is 10. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. And afterwards they also came, and other virgins, saying, Master, Master, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not.
That's it. So I have not known you. Go on, sorry, like
That's what it. I know you not. Yeah, that's little things that we're gonna touch on. Talking about, how are we gonna be wise, man, and not be like the foolish women, man, that was trying to get themselves prepared. All right, and the other ones, they didn't wanna hold on. They didn't want to endure. You know what I mean? That's why it says we gotta endure to the end, man. Alright? Have patience of the saints, man.
Alright, two more little things.
You said Matthew, right?
Yeah. Going to with the new song, innit? The new song. Okay. 11 and you said it started at 16. Yeah, because we're singing a new song now. Yeah, we're not singing this song of fools like we brought out, you know what I mean, not long ago. And the fact that, Christmas, that's a song of fool. You know, New Year, that's a song. They've even got a day for fools. You get what I'm saying? We're not singing that song anymore. We're singing for uprightness. Go on, bring it out.
This is Matthew chapter 11 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the market and calling unto their fellows, and saying, We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
That's it.
For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say, He have a devil.
That's it on that. But yeah, basically, you know, we're piping onto these people, onto the children of Israel. Yeah, and they're not listening. They're not dancing to this song. And they're not lamenting either. You know, because we're meant to be remembering. You know, we're meant to be in lamentation right about now, you know. The only time we really do kind of rejoice is on feast days, when it tells us certain feast days to be glad. Because, you know, in our captivity, we're not meant to be happy and glad. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, for the feast days, you're meant to have some sort of happy, meant to be happy.
Yeah,
you're not meant to be damn fasting on the feast days.
Yeah, that's it, man. Defraud yourself not of a good day.
Yeah, man, you're not meant to be fasting on the damn feast days. And that's wicked, man.
Yeah.
Fasting on the Passover.
Yeah, you know?
That's stupid.
So,
but there's many scriptures about that, but I don't want to touch on it. But it even says, verse 18, Matthew 11:18, for John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he have a devil, because they're eating and drinking of this world, man. That it says, as in the days of Noah. So, right? They were merry, they were drinking, they were partying, they were dancing.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like, we ain't dancing to their song, man.
That's it.
Right?
That's it. We've stopped dancing a long time now. Well, you know, some longer than others, but you know. Right, now, what's it? Two more, yeah? What's it? There's a huge explosion. They're saying it's an explosion or a bomb, or they've got bomb in what's it? Burj Ashmali in Palestine, yeah, in a weapons warehouse. So you know, Palestine, you know what I mean? That's this peak there, isn't it? You know what I mean? I'm sure that's near Israel. It's in Israel, isn't it? Palestine. They split it into two, isn't it? Because of the Ashkenazis and the Ishmaels fighting over it. But yeah, basically, so it's wars going on out there. You know what I mean? And what's it? Beijing vows to fire on any US troops sent to rescue Taiwan in the wake of an invasion, as 13 Chinese warplanes are sent to menace the island's airspace. You know? So yeah, it's getting peak over there now as well. We mentioned this a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, that China and Taiwan are getting into it, but basically Beijing, which is China, they're saying they'll fire on any US troops that come to help them. So yeah, that's it on that, basically. I was going to bring out 20, would you want to bring out Luke 21 and 9 and 10 over the show? So yeah, like certain kingdoms are rising up against each other, you know what I mean? And that's it, isn't it? All these things shall happen, but the end is not yet, paraphrasing. You know what I mean?
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and
Commotions.
of wars and commotion, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then he said unto them, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom.
There you go. You know, and that's what's happening right now. It's gonna get worse and worse. They hide it. They don't really show these things on the normal news. All this stuff that all this stuff that we're bringing out, you won't find this on your mainstream media. You know, we have to do a bit of digging and that. You know what I mean? So, you know, eventually it's going to get to the time where they can't hide it. Everywhere is going to be showing it, and that's the commotions that it's talking about. So yeah, that's it on that. Man.
Yeah, hey, touching on that, I watched one thing the other day. It says because of the poisons that was going on, and that was just flooding the mainstream news.
Yes.
All right. There's things that happen that people don't even know.
Yes.
I put in the things for 2020 to 2021, things that were not on the news, and there was a lot of things that were there. Yeah. I was like, wow, all of this stuff has happened over the space of 2 years. Because they're not promoting it, or we're not telling anyone.
Yeah.
Listen,
They're hiding it.
I'm not saying to put it on, but if you put on the news right now, you'll be hearing about the poison.
Yeah, but they gotta have a little thing.
Yeah, but I mean, right now.
They gotta have a little thing.
The poison.
But that's what they're pushing. They're pushing that agenda.
Yeah, like come on, it's.
And we got our channel axed because of talking about this.
Yeah, well, we're using wisdom now.
So,
It's
yeah.
been all praise
So
to
now,
the Most High.
but that's what I'm saying. These little things is showing you that this media, this delta, this control, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Alright,
it.
it's crazy.
That's it.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
Close out.
Yeah, let's bring out them verses, man.
Yeah,
Let's go. All right. Yeah, man. Let's get the books. Daniel 7:18. Second Ezra 16. Psalms.
No, let me hold it.
Go. Psalms. Go.
This is the book of Psalms, 132 verse 11.
Bring it out.
Yahweh has sworn in truth unto David, he will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body will I set upon thy throne. If thy children will keep my covenant.
If what?
If thy children shall keep my covenant and my testimony,
And the testimony.
that I shall teach them, their children also shall sit upon thy throne forevermore.
Alright, forevermore, man. Alright? That's what's gonna happen. Alright? They gotta keep the covenant, keep the testimonies, man. Alright? To be a part of the tabernacle of David. Alright? Bring it out when you're ready.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 66.
Revelation 18.
What will ye do, or how will ye hide your sins before power and his angels?
Alright, how are we gonna hide? Alright, what we're gonna do to hide our face, man. Alright, his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. He knows what our hearts are thinking, what our minds and our hearts are thinking and feeling. Alright? There's a scripture where it says he knows every hair on the Israelites' head. Alright, go on, bro.
Behold, power himself is the judge. Fear him. Leave off.
Do what?
Fear him.
Do what?
Fear him. Leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall power lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble.
Alright, exactly, man. That's how we get delivered out of the troubles of the terrible Jacob's troubles, man. Alright, that's coming. Alright, it's amongst a lot of Jakes already, man. Talking about all of the volcanoes, the explosions. It's well among the four winds of the earth, man. Alright, the famines that have started in countries. Jacobs are starting to feel trouble already. Alright? And it's just brewing now. It's gonna get really dreadful. Alright? Go on, bro. Go on. Insurrection soon. Alright? Insurrections, that ain't happened yet. Alright? Coming to the doors and spoiling their goods, that ain't happened yet. That's when you shall know who the chosen are, man. Alright, go on, bro. Bring it up.
This is the book of Daniel 7, verse 18.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, go on, bring it up.
This is the book of Daniel 7, verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom.
The saints shall do what?
Take the kingdom.
And possess the
And
kingdom.
possess the kingdom. And even forever and forever. God.
Yeah, the saints of the Most High are taking the kingdom and possessing the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Revelation chapter 18 and verse 1.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was litten with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying,
Saying what, bro?
Babylon the Great is fallen.
Babylon is what?
Babylon the Great is fallen. Is fallen.
It's fallen.
And is become and inhabitants of devils,
That's right.
and all hosts of every foul spirit, and the case, and the seed of every unclean and hurtful bird.
Come on. Babylon is done, man. Alright, it's fallen. Alright? Who's gonna raise it up? Alright? Close out. Alright? So yeah, on that, we're gonna close out. We're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Baharuk HaKadosh. Come, Yeshua. Come, Yeshua. Come, Yeshua.